Today, we're going to be going ahead and taking on a ton more of scavengers. Last video, I did actually do a scavenger run. That was my first run of the map. Of course, since then, I did manage to do a lot off camera. So we're going to go into all of that before we go into some scavenger. If we go ahead, do /island farming, we now have all the way up to potatoes and pretty much pitcher pod. We just have to go ahead and grow a ton of potatoes, which I've gotten a lot of crop seeds off camera as well, because I've been running a lot of scavenger. If we do /island mining, you can also see we have the requirement for the iron nodes. So we just need to hit the level, of course, that is pretty much it. And we also need to hit level 4 so we can get coal going. And then of course, I also hit chickens on our island slayer. So we're going to be getting a lot of those things up today. We're not just going to be doing scavenger, but that's going to be the main premise of this video and the first thing we're going to be doing. And I also have 500,000 on my scoreboard in money. I've basically been making a decent bit of money and investing money. I've made probably around $1 million this map total or something, but I've also been working on my set. As you can see, we got almost every enchant we need. The only thing we're missing is 3 prop 4 books, and of course sharpness 5, smite 5, and all the unbreaking 3s, 5 of those by the way. And then we have all the regular enchants for this set. Since the last video, of course, I've done so much because I wanted to get prepared for chain adventures eventually. And in PV2, we have a ton of items I want to go over. We got a ton of spawners, we got a ton of coal nodes, we got at least 5, almost half of one as well, a lot of dust in case we get a good gem, some spider fragments for spider spawners, and then a ton of seeds for all the crops we're going to be working into hopefully today, and then a lot of repair scrolls which I just stock up and sell them eventually. And I pulled a mining robot. I forgot to mention that this thing is worth a lot. It's about 300,000 right now per one, which is disgustingly OP for of course just one item. And I actually did get a carrot recipe for $10,000, and I pulled a full salmon and greens recipe in a scavenger run, so that's good, as well as all these other recipe pages. And of course we have a last stand 3 gem that'll eventually go on my set. But yes, we've done a lot of off-camera stuff, and I want to do a lot of island stuff once we're done a scavenger run, so let's hop right into doing some scavenger. Also, I did hit level 52 on scavenger. We're halfway to being done our scavenger levels, which it does get harder over time, so we're only gonna get like a few levels for this run, and you get more clocks that expand your time by 5 minutes. You get a ton more of those when you level up your scavenger. But let's hop right in. Nothing good on the axe. Ooh, these boots are really good. The leggings are good. Chestplate's good. And we got adrenaline rush, so if we do manage to almost die, we'll have a second life. So that is really, really good that we managed to get that. Adrenaline rush is always something you want to pray you get in a scavenger run, so in case you do die, it gives you a ton of absorption to run away and speed as well. It's just super, super good. Also, if you're curious about the resource pack I am using, it is my own texture pack for Cosmic Sky. So if you do really care about the texture pack and you want it to change visuals in the game, I have a tutorial on how to install it and what version you need and all sorts of things in my Discord server, which is in my about section on YouTube. It should be the first link you see. But yes, we've gotten our scavenger level up a ton, and I've been fighting middle mobs like around there. It's around 70 to 80 is when you start doing that. And these green chests are really good. They potentially give better loot, so you want to take advantage of those. And we're going to talk about POIs today as well. So POIs give you more scavenger points. So if I kill all 5 of these mobs, it says at the top of the screen, I should be getting an extra 2 XP in the chat. Let's take a look really quick. It should have said something. Yeah, 2 scavenger XP, which is really, really good. There's someone here taking all my mobs, bro. Why is there an elite? That's not supposed to be here. I think he's a really high level, so that's why there is an elite. So I guess we could take this elite on. It's last hit, so I don't mind fighting this. I don't know why the dude came near me, though. Like, I don't understand the concept, really. I got the loot. Anyways, POIs are pretty good to get your scavenger experience up, so I highly recommend you go to a POI and just look around the map because they regenerate every 5 minutes. And we got a Lost Wasteland map fragment from that. Wait a second. I didn't even notice that. That was a really good pull from his elite. Oh my gosh, I feel so mean, but I also feel like very happy about that. I just don't want to die with the fragment, so I gotta be careful then. That is definitely a good pull. Also, these mobs are very tanky. We're getting closer to the center. scavengers, so they're gonna be more difficult to fight. So I gotta be cautious and on my toes at all times. I don't really need to worry about the archers. I just need to worry about the mobs with actual weapons. They do the most damage when I'm closer to middle, but definitely I should get better loot when I'm closer to the middle. I think what that dude was doing was he was going to POIs and we met up at the same spot. I think that was the issue. I'm now realizing that. He was doing the POI strategy. See, it's a good strategy. I'm now understanding why they were there. Ooh, we got 3 carrots. I mean, that is actually really good because carrots are hard to come by. Also, a airdrop actually just got announced in chat, so we're gonna look for it and hope we can get some loot from there. It comes down to really if we can find it. When it's a manual airdrop, so someone using a airdrop, what's it called? Flare. Those tend to give like 3 chests, and then the other ones that spawn on automatic tend to actually give more airdrops around the area, so it's definitely worth it that we attend it since it's a automatic one. Got some XP here, 2,000. But yeah, I think it's that one over there. I do see the little beam in the sky. We're gonna start eating our gapples just so we can put them to use. 3 minutes until the airdrop. I'm getting lag because I'm standing on the chest. That is not fun. I don't see any other beams in the sky besides this one, so I'm hoping this is the correct one. Wait, it's on the whole opposite side of the map. Aw, that's so unfortunate. I went to the whole opposite side of the map. We can try and race it, but the odds of us doing that is just so unlikely. Yeah, we ran the complete opposite way from this. Oh my gosh. And it's too fast for us to keep up, so I think we're not gonna get anything. No one's looted anything yet? What? Wait, I might get this all on my own then. Oh, there's one being looted so far. Oh, another got looted. Oh no. It's all the way up on the hill. You're joking. Okay, they're all getting looted. It was a waste of time. We shouldn't have even ran over here. That is so unfortunate. The only reason I thought that other one was the actual airdrop spot is because there's glitched ones that spawn and they just don't ever despawn until a reboot, I believe, which is kind of annoying, but we're just gonna have to deal with it that we missed out on that. Could have gotten some good loot, but you know, it is what it is. All right, 15 mobs here. If we kill them all, we get 2 XP. Hopefully no one comes along and tries and steals these kills. We just have to be within this POI and hopefully we'll get all the kills we need. The good thing about POIs is if you can't get enough kills and you want to come back, you definitely can. It is an option. So we'll try and come back if I remember, but the odds of me coming back there and just remembering is really unlikely because I just wander around until I get a ton of kills. That's pretty much what I do. Ooh, we got a recipe page. Okay. What are we getting in this chest? Nothing good except for a book. So I don't really enter the castle, at least right now, even at level 50. What I do is I stay on the outskirts and I try and kill the mobs or teleport the chest mobs here because it definitely is worth it to get these chests because they're usually almost always green. So there might be good loot potentially. Not always, but potentially. Coal fragments, not bad. Hey, level 53. Let's go. 53, not shabby. Not shabby. But yes, I definitely recommend doing scavenger. It's just honestly the best way to make money, especially if you are a solo. It is like kind of a must, I guess. Ooh, 2,000 XP, and we got a strength pot. That is definitely gonna help us kill mobs, so I can't really complain about that. Let's highlight the mobs we need to kill really quick so we can get these mobs killed. Oh my gosh, we're about to die. The wolves do so much damage. It's actually ridiculous. We have a little over 13 minutes left in this run, and then we'll see what we get at the end of it. I'm not really trying to, like, keep track of what I'm getting too much. I just focus on getting as many chests as possible each run, so then I get a ton of loot. That is pretty much my goal. Oh my gosh, we got a coal node. I mean, I'll take it. That is a full coal node. That saves a decent bit of time and money. I just got a rabbit farmer stew page. Okay. Making more and more money. Can't really complain. Okay, we got a POI here. We can definitely get some more XP just from the POI itself. So we're gonna eat up and then we'll go ahead and hop right in here. The mobs shouldn't be too difficult to take on and I can just spam crit them in this corner here. What are we getting? Nothing too great there. I know there's another POI this way, so we're gonna go over this way. Is this just looted? Okay, it is. So this might be looted already. Yeah, it's looted. The POI here is looted. Unfortunate. There's a strength pot. I will drink though. I know there's also another POI back in this corner, so we're gonna go this way. Of course, loot some chests, kill some mobs on our way there. Okay, so it's not looted. We can start killing the mobs in this POI, and there we go. We got a level up to 54. Let's go. We got a minute left. We're gonna loot this chest area here, and then we should be done. Okay, so we're back at the island. Let's take a look at our loot and see what we got. We got 7,000, almost 8,000 experience, 2 recipe pages, which is actually pretty good. We got a lot of dust, which I gotta save just so we can make our set, of course. And we got a ton of repair scrolls that we need to sell now. In total, we have 8 carrots now. Okay. And we almost have a stack of seeds. Technically, we do with the ones we have placed, of course. We got a Lost Wasteland map fragment, which we'll put in PV, I think, 3? Yeah, we'll put it in here. And we can make our first spider spawner. Let's go. That's a W. And then another good pull we got, of course, was a coal node, so that's awesome. So for these stone repairs, we're gonna get around 35,000. And then let's check the chain. We'll do about the same, so 35,000. And we're gonna open around 7 gems, so we'll hold on to the rest that we have. We'll see if we pull any max gems or not, which we did not. And then books, we'll open these, see if we get a max or not, which is looking very unlikely. I do have it in my texture pack where it tells me when it's a maxed enchant, quite literally by making it a rainbow texture. I'll keep the fortune 2s because those might sell. So what we're going to do is start destroying our island. I think that's a good idea. So we're gonna pick up all our nodes and we'll keep the chest and the furnace and the crafting table down. So we'll have this as our spawn point and then everything will be around here. I don't really know if we need to make a path behind us for extra area. We should probably find the border of our island as well. That might be a wise idea. Okay, so this is how our island is going to be. It's going to be little islands. That's pretty much it. Now we just need to figure out the size of our island. So we're gonna make slabs with all this cobblestone. So I found the border like side, one of them. So we need to find the next one. We're gonna make a like ring of slabs around the outside, I guess, is the way to put it. So I managed to get the full size like radius laid out. So this is how big our island is. I am going to pick up the rabbit spawners for the time being. I'm going to set down a new island home. So now whenever I spawn and go to island go, it should take me right here now. And in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead, go on AH and look for coal. And we're gonna buy coal fuel as a recipe, I think, unless we can get it for cheaper. So looking at it, I think we can get it for cheaper if we just buy the recipe pages. And I do want to have the recipe pages beforehand so we don't actually miss out on redeeming this and where it becomes more pricey. But we'll go ahead, go into /craft, put this in here and make our coal fuel recipe and claim it. And since we have some other recipes, we'll go ahead and claim the farming and the salmon and greens. I think glowtorch would be a better option if we can get that. Glowtorch is quite pricey, but we are going to buy it. Okay, so we have this as our base island area that we're going to be working with. Eventually, I'll move my alt to a better location. For now, it's going to stay in the old spot of where we spawned in at. So what I was thinking is we make a bridge and then we have a big giant island that splits off to like different areas that have different things. So now we need to make the big giant island, which is going to be somewhat along here. So what I'm going to do is prepare some of these islands and then I'll give you guys an update here in a moment. So I did manage to make the island that I want to go with, and also it's the next day, so I technically did get a few things done off camera. I did manage to pull some mining treasures by mining cobblestone because I was trying to get cobblestone and smelting it into stone for the bottom of this island, as you can see. So I did a lot of mining and I managed to get 2 mining treasures, so I opened and sold one so I can make some money and coal nodes, and I got, for the random prize, I got a skill token, which we need to start investing in these, so I might even do a lot of these off camera because we need to get to level 3 on island so we can do 2 times faster island skills. And you need Titan rank at least, which I do have Galactic, so it doesn't matter, but just so you know, it does require a specific rank for certain ones, and you go from 1 to 5. So we're gonna go ahead, redeem this skill token, which is worth around at least 500,000, and we're gonna claim it into our first upgrade in island skills, which gives us 25% more XP from mob spawners mobs. So that's pretty easy to claim and use. We'll be using that eventually. So there we go, we got that situated. But yes, the treasures also gave me around 3 more coal nodes, which is really good. And I did some more scab off camera and got some more seeds and dust and all sorts of stuff. And I got an Unbreaking 3 book for my axe. We now have Unbreaking 3 on this. So what I want to do is start setting up some farms because we haven't done any of that at all since we last were on the wheat farm. So I want to set up a glowberry and a sweetberry farm, as well, of course, a potato farm. So I think I know how to build some of these farms. They're pretty simple. And also I did check the chunks for this area and it's not very lined up properly, but when our island expands, eventually we're going to make this little island better shaped towards the 4 chunks over here, these 4 chunks right here. So we'll eventually do that. So for the meantime, the farms, I think we'll go ahead and put in this chunk just because it's probably probably a wise idea. So what I'm gonna do is not even bother using wheat, since we don't really need it, I think. Yeah, like we don't even need wheat anymore for upgrading. So wheat will keep 64 seeds in case we ever need it for custom recipes. So if we do IS farming, we'll start with the crop that we can do first, which is sweet berries. I do need some grass, just for the areas that need grass, because it's still growing and I kind of want to fill that all in. We'll get around a stack, even though that's a decent bit of money gone. So we go into PV2, grab out our sweet berries, and we're going to start planting them here. And on the server, you don't get tick damage, so it won't do damage to you, but it will slow you when you're farming these. So like if I jump in this, you can see it slows me down, which is annoying. So they added a enchant for hose, speed 2, and up to speed 3 as well. You can actually get those in order to actually make sure you're farming this efficiently. We have sweet berries all the way up to here, and we still need a decent more, which I'll fill up all these off camera for the ones that we don't have fully filled right now. But from my knowledge, we need to go up to about this height right here, and we're gonna have, I think, glowberries hang from here. So we need to build a platform up there, which I think I should probably make a staircase for the time being. Now what we're gonna do is build the platform, of course. So I'm gonna need to buy some dirt. And now we go 4 in, and then we're gonna get a slab of, I think, wood. We'll get some wood. I think I need 2 actually. We'll get 2 slabs, even though I could probably buy just straight up wood. It's whatever. So we put a slab here, and then we're gonna put a block and a slab here. So then we can waterlog that slab and put potatoes around here, because I think we can hook the glowberries underneath this, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we'll get a water bucket, fill that up. And then one thing I'm also realizing, I don't even have a water source. So I think I'm gonna make a water source really quick, because we don't even have one. And then now we have infinite water, so we don't need to buy anymore, which is kind of nice to finally have that, so I can't really complain. So we're gonna test the theory. Can I put glowberries on farmland? Let's test it out. Glowberries, yes we can. Okay, so we'll till the land first, and then we'll go ahead and put the glowberries, because I don't know if that makes a difference. And I just think it would probably be smart, since that's what we just tested with. Eventually, we'll remove these farms when we start automation. We'll kind of be down the road. It won't be too soon, though, so it's fine. But there we go. We got this situated, so we're gonna do this. We're not gonna have enough to do the full outline, but you can see they grow pretty quick, and then you just farm this. And there you go. You got glowberries that are harvested. But the thing is, you're not gonna be able to use those crops to plant. So if I try to plant these, it's not gonna do anything, because it's harvested. So you need to get the regular ones from Scavenger and Adventure, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So this top chest is gonna be for glowberries, and then all our sweet berries we'll just sell. There we go. 1 plant got us 32, which is absolutely amazing. But you can see these grow like super quick. It's disgustingly overpowered. And I also got my pickaxe up to level 55. At 50, it turns to iron. So I did get some buffs, like a gem drop chance, and it removes all your stone enchants. It gives the books back. So I bought efficiency 4, because, you know, I kind of need that, since the second adventure did release pretty recent. I think one thing I might do in my texture pack eventually is make it so any crop that is not fully grown is going to be like grayed out, because it's so hard to see which ones of these are grown. I don't even know which ones are grown, because I think they have 3 growth stages. I just can't see the difference, so it would be nice to actually see the difference, you know? But there we go. We made $100 just from those harvested sweet berries. Now we can go ahead and plant potatoes. So one thing I realized is we need light levels. That would probably be a little bit smarter if I had that. Okay, so we'll buy sea lanterns, because I can't find glowstone for some reason. So we go to this block, and we go up about this height. There we go. And then we do it in this corner. Boom. This corner. Boom. And then the last corner. Boom. Done. We got light levels, so now we can place the potatoes. There we go. Perfect. So now we got potatoes going, and we can start working towards getting our pitcher pods eventually, which is really nice. But there we go. We've done a lot of progress in today's video. We've done Scavenger, went over some POIs and stuff, and how to kind of do Scavenger a little bit better. And of course, we set up our temporary farms for the time being, because this is kind of where it's going to be at for the time being. But thank you all so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all the support recently, and I will see you all in the next one.